another edition of Driving Perilously, a show in which we turn on the radio and talk about what it is that's happening. So what's happening is I'm listening to Christmas music, and I remember when I was unfamiliar with Shazam, the app in which you ask the computer or phone, which is a computer, to listen to a song and tell you what song it is. I remember when that first became new to me, and I just could not figure out how in the world a computer can tell you what song it's listening to. That just blew my mind. But now I'm kind of used to it, and I'm sitting there listening to Christmas songs and asking Google, I guess they bought Shazam, I don't know, and asking Google what songs these are. And everything is from 1954 to 1971. Nothing is after 71. And the song that's from 1971 is This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. I didn't grow up listening to This Christmas by Donny Hathaway, which I love, by the way. I thought This Christmas came out in the 90s. Now, what's wrong with me? Was there another version of This Christmas that I heard for the first time in the 90s? But Donny Hathaway had made a version in 1971? I don't know. I have to research This Christmas. But it's a great song, and I was thinking, oh, okay, finally we have a song that's not in the 50s pop tradition. And I suppose that's true. But the 50s pop tradition of Christmas songs, I would say, typified by Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, is such a big part of Christmas. That 50s pop sound, which was current when Brenda Lee sang Jingle Bell Rock and Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, and when Bobby Helms sang Jingle Bell Rock, it was current. But now it's such a standard sound for Christmas songs, and of course the big winner is All I Want for Christmas Is You, which was written as a throwback, but in that same style. And all these songs are in that 50s rock. It's hard for me to even call it rock, but that rock and roll pop Christmas style is so big. So Brenda Lee has made a video for Rock Around the Christmas Tree. I think it's lip sung to her version from 1957. It sounds like the same. But she's rocking around the Christmas tree, and she's got Tanya Tucker and Trisha Yearwood there, and a bunch of people, probably her family, I don't know, looks like her family, eating Christmas cookies and so forth. And it's just darling. But when we think about when those songs came out, when Brenda Lee was a child, and then of course Tanya Tucker was a singer when she was a child, and Leanne Rimes was a singer when she was a child, and they've got that connection there to child stars as country singers. But when we think about the fact that that song was current, not retro, and that same style is at the top of the charts in 2024, ladies and gentlemen. 2024. What is going on? So it seems like we're in some kind of time warp, right? I mean, the people who remember when it came out, there's less and less and less of them. And everybody's still recording in that style when they want it to sound timeless. But there's no way in the world it sounded timeless at the time. So what happened? Well, in between, we got the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s. And they don't play any Christmas music in those styles. at all. And some of them are great. So it would seem to me that there would be some 70s Christmas music playing now, some 80s Christmas music playing now. I suppose the closest thing we have is Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All? And that's not topping the charts. So what is going on with this sentimental reminiscence for this time of year? Everything's got to be old to sound new, and nobody wants current stuff, yet everybody and their mom are making Christmas albums. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. So that's what's going on with the Jingle Bell Rock and so forth Christmas music. I just rediscovered Ed Ames. If you are my age, you probably watched Davy Crockett. Is it Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone? For a minute there, they were the same person. They were Fess Parker, but of course they weren't the same person in real life. But for a minute there in the entertainment world, they were conflated. But on the TV version, they had a gentleman play the Indian. We were allowed to say Indian, even though we knew that the Indians were not from India. We were allowed to say Indian, and the Indian was played by Ed Ames, who was actually from the Ukraine. His parents from the Ukraine, and he played the Indian, and he was vaguely non-white or something, because that's all you had to do is just not look typical white, and then you could play the other nationalities. That's how TV and movies worked. And I just rediscovered him singing O Come All Ye Faithful, Adeste Fidelis, sounding more white than anyone's ever sounded. Like a pop opera singer, or an opera singer singing pop. And yeah, so that's not that it's not that retro rock and roll style, but what came before it and continues to be traditional orchestra and chorus, and obviously solo Christmas tune. So it's nice hearing some carols along with the songs, and that's it for today's episode. December's just starting, and hope everybody's doing great.